Beyond the Headlines, where we break down today's local news stories with our very own reporters. I'm Brianna Rittman.
And I'm Christopher Huselig. Today we are seeing a kid who really likes to shovel snow. Then we will hear about a potential kratom ban in Bloomington.
And lastly, we hear about a congressman visiting a Central Illinois school to discuss the importance of funding after-school programs. But our first story of the day, we're traveling to the Champaign area where one young student is taking his entrepreneurial spirit to the streets this snow day.
Peter Hansen tagged along, and he was shoveling sidewalks in Rantoul and bringing us more.
A snow day with Tyron Payne doesn't include sledding or building a snowman. Instead, you'll find it's full of hard work and elbow grease.
I wanted to learn responsibility, make my own money, and help the community.
Payne's an 8th grader in Rantoul, and his going rate for shoveling sidewalks and driveways is just a little bit higher than what you might have made growing up.
If it's like in the middle, I'll go 25, 30, and then if it's really big, I'll go 40.
It's part of a business he built over the summer called Tyron's Lawn Care. And Tyron's first stop of the day, the house of the person who taught him how to be an entrepreneur.
She walked me through how to get started with my business.
He's talking about Tanya Carter, who runs an entrepreneurship class for kids in the area.
I'm super proud of Tyron for coming out in the cold.
She says from the get-go, she knew Payne has what it takes to succeed in business.
He has a great sense of humor, so sometimes when people are stressed, he's, lightening the load for them.
Carter says she taught Payne how to spend money on things he wants versus what he needs. So, Payne says a lot of the money he makes is going to his college fund. As for what he wants,
maybe some clothes or shoes, or maybe some food or candy.
And with all this work, his sweet tooth, like most of his customers, will be satisfied. In Rantoul, Peter Hansen.
Shout out to Tyron.
Yeah, it's always I feel like every kid always tries to do something like this.
Right.
It's just never, I always tried to mow lawns, and then after 3 days, I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Mowing the lawns, lemonade stands.
Well, and then young kid talking about a college fund already.
Right.
That was the last thing I would have spent my money on, so.
Right, he's, saving up for it. The most I probably save up whatever game or toy
being
or
fiscally
activity.
responsible at 10, or obviously he was a little older than 10, but you
Right.
get what I'm saying. That's just, hey, props to him. I'm not even that fiscally responsible, and I'm 23 now, so.
Right. Now, staying on snow talk, people wanting to cash in on the weekend snowstorm flocked to prediction markets to wager millions on how much snow would accumulate across the U.S. Online prediction markets Polymarket and Kalshi accepted bets for expected snowfall in different states. More than $6 million were bet on New York City's total alone. The most popular wager for the Big Apple was in the 10 to 12-inch range. On the other hand, experts say prediction markets like these ones are only lightly regulated and are susceptible to manipulation. We bet on anything.
Yeah,
I forgot. There's a term for it, and I cannot remember what it's called because I spoke to a therapist the other day, and she was talking about there's a science behind it, and she was telling me about this specific type of betting where people just bet on anything and everything.
I mean, if you have that much money you want to just throw away, I'll send you my Cash App.
Cash App, Venmo,
yeah,
all
I
that.
got it all. I mean, I guess I'm just too scared to lose money.
Right.
Even if I have money, I just don't.
And it's I guess online betting with strangers, I don't know. If I'm sitting around with friends and we're just trash talking about whatever, then cool. But
Yeah, a $5 bet on the KU basketball
or
game
you
next
treat me to
weekend.
pizza or something like that. But places, because I want to know how, $6 million and all that is
people just have too much money
and too much time.
Or they don't have the money and they just have too much time.
Right, and they're hoping to get the money because, again,
Snowfall totals betting. Is that what we've gotten?
is that what we have come to? We used to be a proper.
I guess that's what happens when you get holed up in the house for 3 days because of the snow. You just start betting on how much there is outside.
And it's you wonder oh, I wonder how much we're going to get today. You click on the news, see what the meteorologist says or something like that. But going online and creating accounts.
I also really dug the lightly regulated.
Right. That is
Which means this is not regulated, and
Right.
you probably shouldn't be doing this.
right. That is a choice. You had to create an account and log in and do all that. Get your card out, credit card or whatever out. Like, that's a choice. Choice I probably would
Kudos
make.
to the betting apps for finding out this was a niche people were willing to put money on, though. Like,
What happened to just gossiping with your friend on the phone? Like, how much you think we're going to get today or whatever? Like, we'll probably do whatever, and
Is it-
Tyron can come shovel when we're done.
is it considered the inside scoop if I have Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates tell me how much snow we're getting? He gave me a thumbs up, so I'll take it.
Right. Now, when we come back on Via the Headlines, we've got Austin Feeman live from our Twin Cities newsroom to go over a recent kratom ban that was decided by city leaders in Bloomington. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Our next local story of the day, Bloomington City Council approved an ordinance which bans the sale of kratom in the city.
WMBD's Austin Feeman joins us now from the Twin Cities newsroom to tell us what residents can expect. So, Austin, first, what is kratom?
Yeah, thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Chris. So, kratom is basically an unregulated substance sold mainly at gas stations, smoke shops, and the works. And this substance claims to provide pain relief, but it also may have some hallucinogenic properties and is considered a narcotic by Michael Mosley. He's one of the council members of the Bloomington City Council. He's the one who kind of brought this ordinance up to the council in the first place. So he's been doing research about kratom and what it is and what it does for the past few months to kind of bring this up to City Council. But basically, at last night's meeting, kratom was banned. The sale of kratom was banned in the city of Bloomington.
Yes. So, Austin, why did they decide to ban it?
Yeah, so like I said, kratom is unregulated on the federal and state level. Mosley told me that most people use it for pain relief instead of going to a doctor, which is, and it definitely is a kind of issue where you're not really sure what to do. It's kind of an odd issue to have, people going and using this unregulated substance for pain relief instead of going to a doctor and getting prescribed medication for pain relief. But basically, Mosley said that if it is regulated on the federal or state level, or both, that they can revisit it for the city of Bloomington at this moment in time. He was really just worried about the safety of the community, especially younger people who are kind of, they're kind of susceptible to different kinds of things and whatnot. But really, he wanted to make sure that the community was safe because we really don't know the impacts of this holistically as a community. We don't know the effects it's going to have on the community as a whole. Individually, it may help some people, it may not help some people, but as a whole in the community, they decided that it was best to ban it for the vision of the whole entire community.
Yeah, so how will this affect the community, Austin?
Yeah, so basically, it really won't change much. The only thing that's really changing is you will not be able to sell or buy kratom in the city of Bloomington. Now, Normal has not banned kratom as of yet, but a lot of communities are following foot of other communities like Bloomington in banning kratom. Now, we don't know if Normal is going to do this, in this month, or maybe 6 months down the road, or maybe not even at all. But as of right now, Normal, you can still purchase, you can still sell kratom, but in the city of Bloomington, it is banned as of last night.
All right, Austin, thank you for that update. Now, back on the snow talk, we didn't quite see as much snow as other parts of the country, like New Hampshire. Now, check this out. This dog in New Hampshire momentarily disappeared as it leapt into more than a foot of snow. Now, the video shows Marley, the English Springer Spaniel, jumping into the Pure Powder in Durham, where they got 19 inches of snow. Unbelievable.
There's nothing cuter than a dog playing in, or like any animal for that fact, just going wild in the snow. It just always brings pure joy.
That is nice.
And he's even got his little sweater on so he stays nice and warm. Well,
I'm glad
actually,
we didn't have that much snow.
Yeah, me too, but
Sarah said she wouldn't catch her dead doing that. Yeah, I would. I'm glad we didn't have that.
that was a
much snow.
live video of me jumping in the snow, by the way. Yeah, that was
Really? That's the hair.
Yeah.
I can see the resemblance.
You can see that. I have a blue sweater just like that.
Oh my goodness. 19 inches of snow, more than a foot of snow. I joke that like when I was younger, I was like, there were certain places I would not live in as a journalist because I knew I would have to go out there, and so New Hampshire's definitely off the list. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not coming out the house with that much snow on
If
the
you hear
ground.
Brianna got a job in New Hampshire, no, she did not.
Somebody lied to you. Well, we've got one more local story for you when we return on Beyond the Headlines. We've got Austin Feeman staying in the hot seat to show us a congressman who visited a school in Normal today. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Our final local story of the day. Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy attended Fairview Elementary School to talk with Unit 5 staff about recent federal cuts.
WMBD's Austin Feeman joins us now from the Twin Cities newsroom to tell us what all was discussed and what the steps for the district are.
So, Austin, what did Congressman Krishnamurthy do in Normal today?
Yes. Yes, thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Chris. So basically, Congressman Raja, he visited the school and some of the after-school programs that Fairview Elementary School offers. That's the school he visited in Normal, and he went and saw these programs and how much it benefited these kids. You know, he talked with Unit 5 staff and teachers about their concerns about the cuts and how it will affect their schools, not only the school's families, but the students as a whole. You know, a lot with Fairview and some other schools in Unit 5, they have some special programs to help kids in need, and these programs will not be in place anymore if they do not receive funding federally. So basically, he engaged with students. He talked with staff, he talked with teachers, he wanted to hear what they had to say. That way he can do what he can to help them out.
Yeah, and what did he say to staff about the federal cuts?
Yeah, so mainly he wanted to make it known that he is supporting their efforts, and he wants to do that in any way possible he can. A main way is supporting other lawmakers like Darren LaHood, Eric Sorensen, in their efforts to kind of help with the federal cuts and be an extra voice in the crowd for them. Sharon Chung was also there, and she was kind of also one of those people that he's going to kind of help out in this effort. Excuse me. Now, he also wants to propose a new effort that will help with universal free school lunches. Now, he came from a background where he relied on food stamps and all of the support so he could eat. And so it's very close to his heart, and he wants to do as much as he can to kind of help out the school. Now, he hopes that this proposed program will help destigmatize free lunches by making it available to all students, not the ones just in need. Now, the universal free lunches will also help with you know, the children's learning. You know, with this full stomach, it's easier to learn. When your stomach's empty, you know, that hangry comes in. I know it does for me. And it's a little hard to focus on the task at hand when you're hungry. So making sure these kids are able to eat and making sure their stomachs are full, that way they can learn as absolutely much as they can. Now with the after-school programs, he visited the STEM after-school program where kids were building basically it was like a Morse code generator to learn Morse code, and they had they had a little line of Morse code that they had to decode with the kind of decoder that they built. Now, he went over and he spoke with a lot of the students, and he was like, "Do you know who I am?" And they're like, "Yeah, I saw you on YouTube." And he said, "Did I do good?" And he was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Yeah, but it was a little boring." And it got a little chuckle out of, I think, everyone in the room. But yeah, he really just wanted to focus on the students and see, you know, how are these programs affecting them, and what will happen to these students if they don't have these programs anymore. He also mentioned that he really wants to kind of keep the students out of the politics of it all and really just make sure that they are getting what they need to get the best education, to get the best life, really, as they're younger. You know, when you're young, that's kind of the most important phase of your life. You know, you're learning how to do all these things. You're learning all these things at school, and that you carry with that. You carry all of that with you throughout the rest of your life. So he really just wants to help out in any way he can, and mainly doing that by supporting other lawmakers like Eric Sorensen and Darren LaHood.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Austin. Switching gears, Super Bowl 60 is set. The Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots set to take the stage in 2 weeks. Leading up to the matchup, some fans are convinced of an NFL conspiracy theory. In September, before the season started, the NFL shared this image online showing notable players from every team with the caption, 32 teams with February dreams. If you look closely, 2 of the players that are closest to the Lombardi Trophy are Seahawks quarterbacks Sam Darnold and the Patriots quarterback Drake May, and their teams are playing in the Super Bowl. That's a bit of a stretch.
That's the thing about conspiracy theories.
Well, in for years it was the colors of the logo or the teams that are going to be in. Now it's because the 2 quarterbacks just so happen to be, it's funny because coming into the season, they were kind of 2 of the more anticipated quarterbacks. As everyone was interested to see what the Patriots would do after their season last year. But that's just, people are fetching at straws with that one. But it's interesting. And I don't believe in coincidences, but at the same time, it just happens sometimes, you know, so.
I saw another one earlier this week because, like, Cardi B's going in Stephon Diggs and all that, and then Bad Bunny's already at the halftime, so they think Cardi B's going to be part of the halftime show with Bad Bunny. And
they also said that about Taylor Swift last year with Travis Kelce,
and that's what they said. They were like Diggs and Cardi B is like Kelce and Swift again. Like, there's always trying to pair a musician and a player in the Super Bowl, and just, you gotta love conspiracy theories, right?
Can we just enjoy the game? Like the NFL does not have an agenda. I mean, I guess I couldn't say that for certain, but I'm very confident that that's just how it worked out.
I'm just looking forward to the commercials because they've been a little lackluster over the years.
Last year's were a lot better than the year, so I'm hoping they continue that upward trend. I just want the food.
Right.
Give me some wings and hang out with some friends. So that's.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for today's Beyond the Headlines. You can find all these stories and more over on our website, ciproud.com.
For breaking news and weather updates 24/7, log on to ciproud.com and download the free CI Proud to Go mobile app.